Alright guys, what is going on and welcome to another video. Today we'll be doing a similar type video to what we've been doing lately, and that is the under 21s, the best under 21s in the whole of the AFL. We will put them in to the AFL 2017 season and see what they can do in this season. So as you can see here, I just fully randomized to see who I ended up with. I closed my eyes and we ended up with the Adelaide Crows, so that is the team that won't be participating in this. So I'll replace them with the under 21s. Obviously, sorry for no video yesterday. I was planning on streaming and didn't end up streaming because by the time it was too late and yada yada yada. And yeah, as you can see here, we're just setting this up. Even though I am recording this on the day that there was no upload, I'm sorry for no upload yesterday, even though I'm saying it for today. Anyway, bit complicated there. We're going to the team lineup and it is completely all mumbo jumboed. So then I had to absolutely just clean it up, go back to the drawing board, and this is what we ended up with here on the bench, in the pockets, in the forward line, in the ruck, everywhere. We actually had no ruckman, so I had to put Zane Cordy in the ruck. I don't know, I just felt like Zane Cordy in the ruck would be the next best option. So we only have a rating of 73, which easily puts us in the lowest in the AFL. And in our first game, we'll lose 4-7-31 to 7-10-52. And 2 goals for Shane Mumford, 2 for Stevie J, and no multiple goal kickers for us. Jade Gresham is probably the star there, even though he only got 1 more disposal than Jack Loney, who also kicked a goal. So probably Jack Loney is the star. Completely disregard what I said about Jade Gresham. And the player of the match, the 3 votes go to Stevie J there. So not the best start for the worst team in the AFL history probably here. Our highest rated player is 79, which is woeful. That is Isaac Heaney. Probably could be rated a bit higher. We'd lose our second game 18-8, 116 to 13-18, 96. So we end up with another loss there. Wayne Malera kicks 4 goals, Jack Loney kicks 3, and Zane Cordy kicks 2. Luke Bruce kicks 4 for the Hawks as well, and Jack Loney gets 16 disposals. So he's definitely our best player probably, since he kicked 3 goals and also had the most amount of disposals in our team. But we'll see who ends up getting the player of the game, and it actually is Jack Loney who gets the 3 votes there in a losing effort, which is a good effort from him there. So we move on here. You can just see the objectives, see if we can complete them. Obviously they are hard since we are on the legend difficulty. We will, I believe we also simulate this game at the Adelaide Oval between Port and the under 21s. We do, and another loss. A woeful start to the season, 19-7, 121 to 12-20, 92. Very inaccurate there. We definitely could have won that game if we were accurate, but we weren't. And as you can see there, Wayne Malera kicking a lot of goals. Ryan Burton and Zane Cordy both end up with goals as well. And Aaron Young and Jared Pollock get the goals for Port, as you can see there. And I also believe that is Josh Shackey, Zane Cordy. I can't quite see the one before that, it's a bit blurry, but for the disposal, but Aaron Young wins, gets the 3 votes, is the Bog, the best on ground. And then we decide to go to the fixtures, and we'll just simulate through to the end here of, well, not to the end, to round 19. Now what I've been doing in here lately while it's been going through is talking about some of the footy, just a quick wrap up on some of my thoughts of the day's play, or any specific match, or any specific topic. I couldn't spit that out there. I don't want to talk about today is the Freo Collingwood game. Freo, as they said on the commentary, they were playing like the wounded when they really weren't. They were at home, they should have had the advantage since the Pies were men down. And Goldsack had to play. He was injured, and he put in a really good effort, and you could definitely see that he was hurting his shoulder. His shoulder was just like dead. But yeah, it was a good effort from Collingwood. As much as I hate to say that Collingwood did well, they did over at Domain, and Freo did not impress at all. And now there are a lot of questions about Freo and if they are pretenders or actual top 8 contenders. Personally, right now they're a bit of a pretender if they can't really, seal that up at home. Even though they were down at halftime, they should have been able to grab the game by the scruff of the neck. But enough talk about that. We are here at round 19, and here we'll simulate through the rest of the games by hand, so to speak. We'll just go through and actually do it. Here you can see the ladder, and we are at the bottom behind the Brizzy Lions, which isn't so good. Here, 13, 10, 88, 14, 11, 95. We actually get a victory here that we aren't really getting in this simulation. Zane Cordy kicks 5 goals. That is absolutely insane. And Callum Archie kicks 4, and Jack Loney with 3. Jack Loney's been a bit of a goal kicker, Good on him for that one. And over on the other side, Darcy Moore is their highest goal kicker with 3. And he actually wins the best player on the ground, the Bog, the 3 vote. So that is good for him. Sorry if I sound a bit down throughout this commentary. I just noticed while editing back. It is because I have a headache and I'm dying. I'm not really, but there's that, I guess. At the Adelaide Oval, we have a home game at the Adelaide Oval, and 13, 17, 95, 12, 11, 83. And Jack Silvani actually ended up with 20 disposals and 3 goals at that, which is pretty good for him. While young recruit Sam Powell-Pepper stars for the Port Adelaide Power. Angus Mumfries also kicked 4 goals, and Jack Loney and Callum Archie each added 3 to the scorecard as well. And yeah, so here is the player of the match, which is Ryan Burton for us, which is good on him. Moving on, we will move on to our next game. So we've got 2 wins there. We are up to 15th place on the ladder, so we're not looking horrible. I mean, we could still have a late resurgence maybe, and we're continuing. 18-18, 126 to 18-23, 131. 4 goals coming from Burton, Cordy, and Jack Loney, and also 17 disposals for Zane Cordy as well, so he's odds-on favourite for the best on ground. Also a few major goal kickers for Essendon, with Orazio Fantasia kicking 5 and Mitch Brown kicking 4, as well as Joe Danaher kicking 3. Guys, how many misses do you think Joe Danaher had in this game? Well, how many behinds? Not misses, not like wives or shit, but yeah, as you can see there, that is the final score of that game, and Joe Danaher actually wins player of the match, so he must have had about 7 behinds in that game. No objectives there, as you can see there. And round 22, we are moving up the ladder rapidly, possibly an 8, but no, we get completely shut down by the Swans. 11, 13, 79, 217, 10, 112, 3 goals for Luke Parker, 2 each for Callum Sinclair and Dan Hanbury, and 3 goals for Wayne Malera, with 2 each going to Carl Langford and Jack Loney for us as well. Carl Langford also gets 16 disposals, so good on him for that one. But we do get a loss, which basically puts us out of our misery. We won't be finishing in the top 8, which is sad. And as you can see here, we are down to 17th. So if we lose here, we'll probably finish 18th. And what looked like we could come back, now we're probably bottom. The 2017 Under-21 All-Stars are pretty darn shit. I mean, they have no one really that can give them any chance, to be honest, because, other than Isaac Heaney, there's not much going on there, if you know what I mean. But still, as you can see there, 8, 11, 59 to 6, 15, 51, with Jack Loney kicking 2, and both Jack Darling and Josh Hill kicking 2 goals for the West Coast Eagles as well. West Coast Eagles! And Jade Gresham ends on a good note, winning the 3 votes. Which, I don't know how Jade Gresham won that. He must have had a pretty good game with the tackles and marks and clangers and shit. Anyway, bad luck. You have lost the 2017 AFL Premiership. Hopefully you all have enjoyed that video, and It actually ended up being West Coast Eagles who defeated us in the last game that won the Premiership, so good on them. Hope you all have enjoyed this video. If you have, please make sure to smash the button and subscribe. I'm Kane. You've been there. Until next time, peace. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Goodbye.